traders, how you doing? This is Dr. Greg McLeod from the Elite Traders University, and I got a question for you. What is better than passing one Apex challenge and getting $50,000 to trade? Well, the answer is, what if you got 4 accounts? And that's what one of my students just did, and I got a really great interview with him. He's going to show you or tell you how he did it and what he did in order to get 4 challenges passed in 5 days for a total of $200,000. Okay, so let me go ahead and give you Jame. We're just pushing on through.
Yeah, that's what we do, right? We push through.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
fancy glasses, man. Are you're on the way to work?
Yeah, I got to keep the hater blockers on, man. I got to stay focused on the prize.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. How's it feel, man?
Yeah, stay focused. I mean, it's a big relief. I mean, I went to bed last night and I was still hyped, but I fell asleep. But when I woke up this morning, I was, it's like everything just fell in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it's just the emotional relief. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have patience. I mean, I'll say that futures, it's definitely way faster than Forex.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh my God, you can make money in seconds. I mean, if you look, the average time over the 5 days was like less than 2 minutes.
Cool.
The average time.
Average time. Now, what did you do exactly? I saw a bunch of activity in there, and I was asking Bill about it on the call. But did you pass not one challenge, but how many challenges?
Challenge.
Apex?
Simultaneous.
How many? I'm
Yes,
sorry, it broke. The call broke up.
Yes, sir. Apex. 4 challenges. Yes, sir.
4 at one time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
How long did it take you?
5 days. Because I didn't trade on Monday because I mean the market was real tight. I could have traded on Monday, but I didn't see the right setup for that big drop that happened at 9:30. And that candle, that 1 hour candle, was like over 500 ticks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was over 500 ticks. So that thing just literally dropped for 1 hour, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like $5,000 move right there.
And you caught that.
No, I didn't catch it. I didn't trade Monday, but I didn't see the setup.
Okay.
Right. I didn't see the setup. So the same thing happened again today, but today I saw the setup. I mean, it was just perfect from what you teach in ETU and what to look for. And, I used the right moving average and just waited patiently for the move to happen, validated it off the 4 hour, because that's what I was trading. I was trading 4 hour, 1 hour, 5 second. And then when I saw it, I just took it all away. I just hit my TP, waited patiently for the right move. My TP, hit my TP. My TPs will run about $230 per entry.
Okay.
So I was making $230 in like 23 seconds.
Wow.
I mean, seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you look at what I had posted in the group, you'll see that it gives you the statistics. And the statistics over the 5 days of trading was like a minute and a half over the trades that I made. Yeah, duration. But I think my longest trade was like maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think my longest trade was like 3 minutes. Yeah. So, I mean, When you're talking about Pip and Run, oh yeah, you you pimping and running. I mean, you ticking and running like a top
Tick and
bomb.
run. Tick and run.
Yeah, tick and run. Yeah. Hey, I think you need to copyright that, sir.
All
I
right,
think you need to go
that's
ahead.
it. It's on tickandrun.com. Now, so how
Yeah,
much money do you have control over now, managing as a trader?
$200,000.
Managing $200,000. That's a. So,
Yeah.
what's your goal now? What do you do now? What's the next step? You go to Disneyland, right? It's like,
Well, basically, I don't look at it as 200,000, and I'm gonna tell you why psychologically.
Mhm.
I don't want to sound like I'm all philosophical and whatnot. That's not the intent.
Okay,
But just to keep it real and keep it 100, right?
okay,
I don't see that I'm trading with 200,000. I see I'm trading with $3,000 times 4. So I'm trading with $12,000 because of the fact that I have a certain threshold that I can't surpass.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. That's the
When
kind
I
of
look at it like
the marketing and nomenclature and stuff like that, right?
exactly, look at okay, this is what I cannot lose. So I have to put myself in that position that I'm taking high quality trades that you've been preaching to us for years. And you've been saying this since, when you were working there at the firm. You were saying the same thing. We take high probability trades. We just don't take anything. So when looking at that, I'm looking for high probability trades, period. I take it. And if I think it's going to go further than 23 ticks or 5.75 points, I'm going to pull it down for about maybe 5-10 more points. And that's what happened yesterday because I can see the trend. It's like you said, it's the matrix. Morpheus saying, see what's happening before it happens. You're already seeing it. It's already been done. You're just walking through the process. So when you can and work through that third eye, you can become real dangerous. I mean, hell, Bill yesterday made $3,000.
Yeah, he did.
And some people don't see it like that, but they do because, he had a little bit of a negative, and he pulled himself out of that negative because he stayed focused. It was all about controlling the emotion. That's why I said this thing is bigger than trading. It's really you. That's really the secret. It's you defeating you. Can you beat you? And I think that'll be a great title for a training. Can you beat you? Can you beat you? And yeah, you can. You just have to be able to outsmart you. And the you that's emotional, you can beat that you. You have to be unemotional in this game. You just got to submit yourself to the process. And you submit yourself to the training and just pull all that other crap out of your system. And it takes time. I mean, look at me. Hell, you've been working with me for how many years now, Greg?
3 years, huh?
4 years, yeah. And then 2 years prior to that. So, I mean, it's just a humbling feeling. So they sent me my credentials last night while I was asleep. And,
Wow.
so a few hours after I passed, and they automatically sent it. So I just signed the contract, pay the fee, and I can be up and running within probably an hour, 2 hours max.
That is great. Yeah.
He was like, well, Jamie, how come you didn't go for 5? You just did 4. And I said, because there's a mathematical equation to this thing. They expect for you to go 5. Do what's unexpected. Go for 4, make your money, have them pay for your next challenges. Get used to it. Get used to it. Then you just say, okay, now I'm going to connect 3 or 4 more accounts. Throw that in there. While I'm trading my PA accounts, I'm trading the SIM accounts simultaneously. So I'm making $230 on each account I mean, after a while, that comes to like 2,300. So you making $2,300 every trade. That adds up. Now you're talking about compounding. No, that's some serious compounding.
Yeah, it sure is. It sure
Yeah,
is.
but people have to understand big is not always better.
Mhm.
And people have to understand, have to stay under the radar. You know, that's what they say. Wealthy people, they move in silence. Wealthy people move in silence. You'll never know they're wealthy. You'll
Yeah.
never know.
The Millionaire Next Door. Remember those
Yeah,
books back in the day.
great book. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we just have to put ourselves in that position of power just to stay under the radar, do what we do. And by the time they figure out it's too late, and well, we're sitting up there like fat cats and just control that emotion. You know, yeah, can you make $1,000 a day? Yeah, you can. But can you sustain that?
The consistency. There's a consistency
Exactly.
rules.
Exactly. Can you sustain it?
Mm-hmm.
And our job is to make the money and go. Make $200-$300 and see what happens to your life.
It's life changing.
Yeah, it's life changing. Because if you think about it, I kind of came up with it. You make about $400 a day. Now get your calculator real quick.
Okay.
Get your calculator real quick.
Got it.
You make $400 a day.
Mm-hmm.
Times that by, we'll say 5 accounts.
Okay.
How much is that?
2,000.
That's 2,000. Now multiply that by 8.
Okay. 16,000.
$16,000. Now that's just on 5 accounts. Now times that by 2.
That's 32,000.
So you just made someone's income before taxes in 1 month. 16 trading days.
And you're doing it in like a few minutes, a few seconds, right?
Exactly.
Times 12.
So if it took me an hour, it took me an hour to make $446. Let's really do the math. So that's an hour. We'll just say it takes an hour. I'm going to be like really crazy with the number, right? So it's an hour. Now you say 8 days, so that's an hour a day. So now divide that 32,000 by 16 hours.
That's 2,000.
So that's a 2,000, right? So I'm worth how much an hour now? $2,000 an hour.
$2,000 an hour. You are one expensive attorney.
Now let's really get crazy with it. I'm not concerned how much I make an hour. How much do I make a second? Now divide that by 60.
$33 a second.
Worth $33 a second. The average income for an individual per second is less than a penny a day.
Wow.
I mean, a penny a second. It's less than a penny a second. It's less than a penny a second.
Less than a penny.
Do the math. The math is the math. The math don't stop mathing.
Right.
Now, when you really look at that, that brings a whole new different outlook on life.
Yeah.
How much a second? Now, what happens now? You know how you give yourself a 100% raise?
How?
Duplicate it and get your 10 accounts. You just turned that 32 to 64. You just gave yourself a 100% raise.
Wow.
By doing the same thing over and over again. Not changing it, not adding to, not taking away from, not watching some other stuff online. Just stick to what you have taught us and do it again. This is a thing we can do over and over again the same way and be retarded as hell. And I'm not saying being retarded is a bad thing. So maybe I need to change that. You can just be dumb.
Right.
And just keep
ABC.
doing it over. They say if you keep doing over and over and you expect a different result, that's the sign of insanity. Well, no,
I'm
I expect
crazy.
to continue the same thing. I'm crazy as hell.
It's crazy like a fox, right?
Yeah, I'm crazy like a fox, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to be, just doing the same thing over. You just got to know how to walk away. If you get that itch, man, just trade in your sim account. Build up that conditioning. But that's all this is. It's been practice and drill, rehearse, PDR. I've said that for years now. Just continuously keep practicing. Hey, Jamie, this is all you do? You don't do nothing on the weekends? Yep, I'm getting better. You talking about you're getting better. Man, what are you talking about? You're getting better. Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand.
Sharpen the axe.
I'm always sharpening the axe. Because when I swing it, I'm cutting you to the white meat. I'm going to do some damage.
Yeah.
What did Bruce Lee say? I'm not afraid of a person who does 10,000 different kicks. I'm afraid of the person who's done one kick 10,000 times.
Right. That's what makes elite traders, students, dangerous in the market.
Dangerous. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So, Greg, welcome to the new dawn. But ETU just evolved into a whole other dichotomy.
Yes.
That's
why I put.
You talk about making money in seconds, man. That's different. That's different. And that was only 70? I think it was a 79% ratio.
Yeah.
I got caught a couple of times. Now I'm not saying that, us all guns and glory. No, hell no. I took some losses. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, I did.
What? Well, when we started simulation, we started with 90%. Because I said, I'm gonna aim high because I know that in the real world, you'll come down. But if you start let's just go for 60%, well, you're gonna end up at 30%, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So we started high expectations, 85% in demo, 85% in live, right? And then the real world hits you, boom. But guess what? When they hit you, you're trading at 76% win rate. Between 78
exactly.
You really, one of them you were closer to 80.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the only reason I had that because I got caught. I got caught and I got a little stubborn and I wouldn't close the trade and I just said the heck with it and it closed and it hit me, But yesterday got caught. I knew I should have took that. I knew when I pushed the button, I knew I should have took that trade. Mm-hmm. I knew I should have took that trade. Mm-hmm. And I paid for it, $900. But this was the difference. And this is how I know I see growth. I was like, oh, well, and I did it live. Everybody saw it. Mm-hmm. I said, oh, well, it is what it is. Let's shake it off. I waited 10 minutes, 15 minutes, got another trade, $500. 2 minutes later, got into another trade, $600. And I was like, well, I got my rhythm back. Let's keep going. And then that's when I started sticking them until I was like, oh, my God, I only got to make $200 more. All I got to make is $80. Pollard was on there. He's like, I don't know, Jamie. He said, Ken was like, well, Jamie, just do it tomorrow. I said, no, this is going to be the day. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the day. $160. I didn't even make $80. I made $160.
Nice.
When you're in that rhythm, you just go, you and then you just walk away. You walk away. That's the hardest thing to do for us. Because we're emotional creatures. We don't know how to walk away, but you're going to learn playing around with futures. If you know how to walk away, but like you said, exactly, you live to fight another day. And another thing, practice before you start trading.
Okay.
Take a couple of sim trades. Get into the rhythm. It's just like you warming up before you hit the gym. Mm-hmm. You don't want to pull a muscle.
Right.
Warm up first.
Take
Get
some
that
practice shots.
muscle warmed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take a couple of those trades. But when you make that money and you've gone over what you're supposed to, the more you stay in the market, the more you are accepted. The longer you stay in the market, the more accepted you are to losing.
Become roadkill. You're out in the street gathering that money. The longer you're out there, the longer you become
The longer you're
roadkill.
out there, the more you become roadkill. So take your money and go. Really be what Pip and Run is about. Get in, get out, go about your business. Go do something. But see, we're not accustomed to doing that. We're not accustomed to having time on our hands because we're always doing something like a job. I'm not saying jobs is a bad thing. Hell, I got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would call it a career. I call it a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But guess what? To be able to do this and still have my job that I have, and I can walk away when I'm ready, when I know I'm ready, and I can just say, thank you for your services, but your services are no longer needed.
Right. You're fired.
And don't even worry about the plane ticket. I'll buy my own. Now, that's when you put yourself in a position of power to win. And that's what you just have to do. Put yourself in a position of power, and I bring that to God, for God bringing you into my life and back into my life. And really doing this. I regret it still today that I didn't do this then when I should have, because who knows where I would be at right now. I know I wouldn't be here.
Saudi Arabia.
I would not be here.
It's a beautiful day in Saudi Arabia.
Shoot. I mean, I've been here so dang long. I should become a Saudi, you know? I should become I mean... It's like my uncle keeps saying, still looking for your wallet and your brush. And I said, yeah, uncle, I'm still looking for it. I've been in the Middle East so many years. It's a long time, but it's been worth the wilderness. But yeah, to be able to come home and finally be home, yeah, it's going to be the greatest feeling in the world. And I look forward to that happening. So,
look forward to greeting you at the airport. Look forward to being there and greeting you at the airport.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a great feeling. It's going to be an awesome feeling, Greg. And I look forward to it. So I thank God for you and your patience and your teachings and your trainings. And
was it worth it? Was it worth the investment?
Man, hell yeah, it was. It was definitely worth the investment. Yeah, it was worth the investment. You know, it was definitely worth the investment. So you just got to keep plugging at it. You know, if it takes you 3 years, so what? You never quit. You never quit because you never know how close you are to hitting gold. And if you give up, that day might have been your breakthrough. But what if it's not? You'll never know until you go through that day. Mm-hmm. And then when you get that breakthrough and you saying, okay, I follow the rules. You gotta practice what you preach. You got to practice what you preach. You got to practice what you preach. And that's what I had to do. You got to sometimes have that person in the mirror conversation. Mm-hmm. And I had to have that. Like I'm not losing trades. Yeah, I'm not blowing any more accounts. I'm not doing that. No, this is it. This is it. This is where you draw the line. This is where you burn the boats. Mm-hmm. The only way of going home, you got to take the enemy's boats. That's the only way we going home. So what we going to do? What he got is 5-1. Looks like your head about to come off. I don't need nobody doubting what we're about to do. I don't care if it was 100-1. Mm. We're going to win. And sometimes you just have to have that mentality to go out there and do what you got to do. Because, you know, you got people depending on you. You got your family depending on you. You got grandchildren, nieces, nephews, moms, dads, grandparents, aunts and uncles. You got somebody depending on you. Hell, you depending on you. Mm-hmm. Aren't you worth winning? And a lot of people don't think they deserve to win. You do deserve to win. And if you share this video, I'm talking to you. And I don't know who you are, but I'm talking to you. You deserve to win. You need to win with ETU. Dr. Greg and teaching you how, because this thing is bigger than trading. It's building you as an individual. And it took me a while to figure that out. It took me a while to figure what you were doing with me and everybody else in ETU. And the ones who have become successful, they understand the secret now. But you'll only figure out what the secret is until Salam alaikum. كيف حال؟ شكرا طيب وشلون هلا هلا حبيبي الحمد لله شباب. Sorry about that, Dr. Gray. Sorry
No worries, no worries.
But yeah, you just got to win. You just got to put yourself in that position of power. And once you do that, you really go down that rabbit hole and you keep digging and keep digging. I'm sure there's another level to this. And if it is, I look forward to going to it. But this new journey has just begun, and I look forward to going to it. So time to pack up the book bag and the knapsack, get a new pair of boots, some new knee ankle supporters, and some Bengay.
Yep.
Let's climb this mountain because it's
icy hot. Don't forget the icy hot.
Yeah, got the icy hot. Yep, a good pillow, and let's climb this mountain because this one's big. It's real big, I look forward to tackling it.
Yeah, we said new guys are coming. Daniel. Oh, was it Daniel in the room? And, was he?
No, I think Daniel was probably at work or something. He missed out, but we're going to have plenty of days like that. We're going to have days that other people are doing it. And that's what I look forward to seeing other people doing what you have, the plan that you've laid out. And I'm telling you, to do it on the 5-second, Greg, I'm going to be honest with you, man, that is so freaking euphoric. It's ridiculous. It's a high that marijuana will never put you on, okay?
Right.
Remember, there's no alcohol that can get you there. I don't care what you drink, how much you drink, but the trade on the 5-second is truly remarkable. It really is. Yeah, it is. It's a whole nother level. It's truly a whole nother level. And they understand the tools and what I call the weapons of mass destruction that you have given us and learned. I'm still learning what you've shared with us. I'm still learning something new. What Colonel Sanders has shared with you and I. Yes. I'm still learning something new.
Yeah, I'll watch that. Rewatch that video.
Oh my goodness! Oh, it's. If they only knew what the old school knows. I mean, yeah,
brought it back. Those are like the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah. And you got to have them. You got to have them to be able to do this. And, I think if the new school would understand it, they would respect this industry more. A lot of people just want to make, 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 in 10 minutes. It don't work that way. You got to pay your dues in this system, man. You got to pay your dues. You got to pay the piper. The piper wants his raw meat. He wants his blood. He wants his, and you're going to have to pay it. You're going to have the sleepless nights, the hard conversations, the talks. You're going to have the crying moments like, dang, I know I'm better than this. I know how you feel. I know I've been there. And that's what people have to understand. You've got to put yourself in that position of power to be able to go through that, because you're just going to be a testimony for somebody else that's going to go through the same bullshit that you went through. You got to take that walk sometimes. But they say a man stands alone. Well, a man and woman has to stand alone, right? They got to stand alone before God when that judgment day comes, right? Right. We have to also stand alone in this thing because nobody's going to push the button for us. We're going to have to do it ourselves.
Pull the trigger, right? Gotta pull the trigger.
Pull the trigger, baby. Pull the trigger. Let's pull the trigger. Pull the damn trigger. Like, damn, Jamie got too much energy. So what? Ah! pull the trigger, baby. Just pull the trigger.
Just,
Pull the trigger.
yeah.
Damn, I pulled it. How do you
pulled
feel?
it. You pulled
Yeah,
it. Yeah. You pulled it
all
off.
right, good.
You pulled the trigger out of it.
I'm ready to pull the trigger again. No. You done for the day. Only made $500. Yep. Great job.
Stand down.
Stand down. You're in now. You're in the five. You're in the top 3%. You're in the 3%er club now. Now go find something to do.
Right.
I don't have nothing to do. Well, what do you like to do? I don't know.
You play chess. Go
Hell,
climb a mountain, but don't
the dog. How about go pick up the kids from school?
Oh, them.
Damn. I could do that. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't cost you any more money. Yeah.
You're free.
Wow, I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
What they say, free this, you become a powerful person. Free this.
Free your
Free
mind.
this. And open this, everything else gonna fall right in line, Dr. Greg. So I thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Welcome, Jamie. Any last suggestions or recommendations for anyone who's watching this?
Just don't quit. Believe in you, man. Don't quit. Don't quit. Just don't quit, because when that aha moment comes, you're going to instinctively do what you have to do, and your body's just going to automatically take over because it's muscle memory. It's just going to automatically do it, like Jason Bourne. When he had his concussion and he couldn't remember who he was, but his body automatically reacted.
Mm-hmm.
It's muscle memory, and it's going to happen for it. It's going to scare you when it happens. Don't be scared of it. Embrace it, because that's what's supposed to happen. And just stay under your wing, stay under your tutelage, and reach out to me if you need help. Greg will guide you to me if he seems that, saying, yeah, Jamie needs to get a hold of you. Yeah, I'm gonna give you to him. He'll bite you in the butt real good, But just win, man, because you're definitely worth winning.
Yeah.
Crazy English, but it's the truth. You're definitely worth winning, and just go out there and do it.
Amen. Thanks, Jamie. Thanks for helping the community. Thank you for your service too. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, brother. Love you to death, man, and look forward to coming down to Vegas, and we're gonna go find that shop that had that
sandwich,
that fine arrangement of meat and that big giant. Yeah, we're gonna find that place, man. I'm surprised you haven't went down there yet.
I haven't gone down there yet, but it's on my bucket list.
Yeah. That's the day we got to go when we're hungry, like hungry.
Hungry.
Yeah, really hungry. And sit down and have a cold beer and, kind of reminisce a little bit and laugh about it. And, I don't know, go pull some slot machines and play some blackjack. Hell, why not? Might get lucky on that,
Definitely.
Do some things that we just don't normally do, just for the hell of it,
Amen.
Because we got time and freedom to be able to do it. And that's the beautiful thing, and it's recession proof.
Well, it certainly is. The market's not going anywhere. Plugged in.
I go one more and say, dang, what am I going to do today? Like,
watch people go to work.
Yeah.
Back out.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. Look at that guy.
Going to movies at lunch. I'm taking the early matinee.
Yeah.
And you're the only one in there. Like, damn, where's everybody at?
Private theater.
Damn, it worked, And that's cool. So it is what it is, man. But yeah, Greg, man, I got to go out here and save the world type stuff, man. You hear this noise in the background. Trucks are coming in. So I need to do a briefing with those guys. All right, man. Love you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right. Bye.
Thanks a lot, man. This is.
If you felt a spark here and want to see how these principles can be used in your own trading, go to www.elitetradersuniversity.com/apply to book a free session with our team. We have helped hundreds of people remove the frustration and obstacles in trading to become consistent, highly profitable traders. These are proven principles that just work. Happy pipping!